go. Thank you all for being here. You're going to hear from a number of speakers, but let me recognize more than a couple folks. Our state representative, Angel Cruz, is with us. Councilwoman Maria Quiñones-Sánchez, our city commissioner, is here. Stephanie Singer, Deputy Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel, and the Executive Director of Concilio, Joanna Otero Cruz, many of whom you're going to hear from in a few minutes. Of course, as always, the City of Philadelphia is tremendously proud of our diversity and our annual multicultural events. These events offer our citizens an incredible opportunity to celebrate their respective heritages and provide others a chance to learn about a new culture. This year, on September 28th, Philadelphia will celebrate the 52nd annual Puerto Rican Day Parade on the Parkway. As mayor of the city, I want to join with our Puerto Rican community in celebrating Puerto Rican Day Parade and Festival. Our Multicultural Affairs Office, headed by Jennifer Rodriguez and Fernando Torino, thinking about, I was trying to capture his daughter's name, has, my new friend, has organized the 2014 Multicultural Passport to PHL Week. That's a series of 45 events that highlights the cultures and contributions of our immigrant communities that have shaped Philadelphia's rich history, taking place from September 14th through September 21st. As always, our public safety officials, of course led by Police Commissioner Ramsey, who could not be with us here today, and Deputy Commissioner Bethel and his team are with us. Councilwoman Maria Quiñones-Sánchez's office and Representative Cruz, and they're working proactively with a variety of partners to address public safety concerns with unauthorized and unsanctioned post-parade events. And as we did last year, the city pledges to serve as an active partner in helping facilitate community events throughout El Barrio for all to enjoy. I'm happy to announce our collaborative effort in organizing Be Safe, Be Proud, a series of official post-parade events. And as a part of this effort, we invite all community stakeholders and businesses to join us in ensuring that this year's post-parade events are fun and safe for all Philadelphians and our guests and visitors. Let me now turn over the mic to Joanna to speak about the parade and our community ambassadors. Joanna?
Thank you. Buenas tardes. And thank you to our great Mayor Michael Nutter and the city and state officials here present today. Concilio marks its 52nd coordinating this Puerto Rican Day Parade. The Puerto Rican Day Parade honors Puerto Rican heritage and traditions to ensure they are preserved for generations to come. So it's an opportunity to educate our youth as well. Around 1,500 marchers will take to the Ben Franklin Parkway on September 28th to mark the 52nd anniversary of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. More than 5,000 participants are on the Parkway and over 96,000 viewerships on ABC, who once again will be televising live at 12:30. This year's theme selected by the community is El Jíbaro Puertorriqueño, Raíz de Nuestra Identidad, Roots of Our Identity. As a humble mountain-bred farmer and laborer, the Jíbaro Puertorriqueño developed the values and traditions that are still a source of pride for the Puerto Rican community and families today. El Jíbaro is a national symbol celebrated in Puerto Rico, and Concilio is extremely happy to bring it to Philadelphia. We are also very fortunate and excited to partner once again with our community leaders, our city, Councilwoman Maria Quiñones-Sánchez, State Representative Angel Cruz, and State Representative Leslie Acosta for the second annual Dia de Puerto Rico. We invite everyone to be a Puerto Rican for a day. These are the official post-parade events that you will be hearing about, and will provide our community outlets to celebrate, celebrando seguro y con orgullo. We call on community volunteers to serve as community ambassadors, as started last year, to support our Philadelphia police departments with, with safety at large. We thank you. We invite everyone to be Puerto Rican for a day and have fun and be safe.
You didn't have to tell everybody. Just want to make sure I had it right. And so is Miguel Nutter. After Joanna, we're having State Representative Angel Cruz, who's going to talk to us about the Festival El Coqui.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure for me being here, participating with everyone, all the stakeholders, especially with Concilio, and celebrating our heritage of Puerto Rican descent, el Día del Puerto Rico, el Jibarito. It's really, really important that we all come out and support and learn this heritage. Myself, when I say we, myself and the council person is working with Concilio to have post-parade events celebrating la cultura puertorriqueña for people to have somewhere to go. This is just because you're not Puerto Rican doesn't mean you can attend this festival. This is for everybody. Come learn our culture. So we invite everyone. My festival is called El Festival del Coqui. It will be celebrated at Lighthouse Field on Front and Erie from 3 to 8. My main stars will be Charlie Cruz, Hector Tricoche, and Carlos Rose, and among other stars and participants. It's a free event. It will be a family-oriented event. That means no alcohol. You will be checked. We will have food provided to be sold and other stuff, but no alcohol. We want to have fun with the right state of mind, because there's an old saying that we always need to remember is that un puertorriqueño con orgullo, ni arrastrado ni de rodilla. Thank you, and God bless.
Representative, thank you very, very much. And with that, we're now going to hear from the 7th District Councilwoman Maria Quiñones-Sánchez, who's going to talk about the festival.
Good afternoon, buenas tardes. I also join in thanking all of the community stakeholders and nonprofit organizations and others who understand that what the mayor called unsanctioned events post the parade are not a true reflection of what Concilio has worked for 52 years to do. The day of being Puerto Rican in El Festival is the festivals that we're hosting is in response to trying to create outlets for our community to celebrate in this particular day. I want to thank the mayor and his entire public safety team, Commissioner Bethel, and others who have worked with us over the years to ensure that there is public safety. And I also want to acknowledge the community folks who last year stepped up to the plate and worked with all of our captains and our inspectors and others to ensure that safety. We don't want to tolerate lawlessness on that particular day, because as I said, that is not part of our celebration. But it is important that we utilize this opportunity to work with the police department and our community stakeholders so that we can provide alternative events and events to highlight what is always a great parade on the Parkway. I would remiss not to mention our managing director's office under the leadership of Giselle Jones, who logistically works with Joanna and I every single year to ensure that the parade has this access to the city resources that we need. And we look forward to not only planning this year, but really talking about next year, as we will be changing some of the format of next year's parade, because we will be hosting the Pope in the city of Philadelphia. Why this? I want to particularly acknowledge our media partners in this who have been working with us, and in our case also El Sol. What we did this year is a little different. Last year we did an event at the Dell. This year, in talking with our police partners, they felt it was important that we be where people normally congregate, and so we will be on Lehigh Avenue, where we see the bulk of the folks hanging out. We are partnering with about a dozen community DJs who are going to work with us to reach out to young people. It was through them and the work of El Sol that we came up with the Be Safe, Be Proud, Celebre con Orgullo, because we want folks, particularly the young folks, to look at this as an opportunity to celebrate, and as Representative Cruz mentioned, family-friendly settings. So in collaboration with many of the nonprofits, we will have a children's section. We want to ensure that we have vendors, appropriate vendors in these zones who are going to work with us. Most of you know Fairhill Square, where we'll be in front of, was a park that we've recently remodeled. It's our festival park, and we want to ensure that we're using all those public spaces. I think it's important, and you'll hear from Commissioner Bethel, that the police are committed to be our partners on this particular day, but ultimately our goal is not to need them to do what they do on that particular day. We understand, and we completely understand the frustration of the community who feels locked in their own home, and that's why they don't participate in many of our activities, and we want to change that. And last year was our first attempt of it. We will continue to work to expand the opportunities that we have on that particular day, but we also want to do a call out to all of our community partners, those businesses that are hosting post-parade events, to tell us, because we want to create a community calendar. We do not want the folks who live in this community to feel locked in. They should feel comfortable to walk over to the lighthouse and participate. They should feel comfortable to come to our Boricua Fest and participate. They should feel comfortable to go to any of our local restaurants and taverns and participate. So we want to know, if you're having and hosting an event in the community, tell us. We're going to create a community partner, a community calendar, and with our media partners, get that information out to the people. Last year, we had the cooperation of SEPTA and others. So we want to use this as an opportunity to educate, inform, and that folks know that on this particular day, it is about celebrating in a safe way. So I want to thank everybody from the city, the mayor who always indulges me in these events. I think it's important. I'm an extremely proud Puerto Rican. Ever since getting elected, this day is one of the days that I fret. And I fret because I'm always concerned que va a pasar algo. And so I'm happy to be able to share the stage with all these other folks who are working, who have said presente, to provide these wonderful alternative events for us in the community. So if you have, be safe. What is it, VJ? Be safe, be proud, celebre con orgullo, and let's make sure that we have the most fabulous parade that we potentially, the most fabulous parade and post-parade events and celebrations. Thank you.
Are you up? Yes. As Councilwoman indicated, be safe, be proud, and safety is always first. Small, medium, large events, and pleased to ask Deputy Commissioner Bethel to come up and talk about safety.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. And first I want to thank Councilwoman Sanchez and Castillo and all those behind me for true collaboration and working with us to address this. And as she indicated, we are going to be working hard this year to really try to clamp down on the activity that is occurring around the post-events. So the police department will continue, as we did last year, to increase our enforcement around the reckless and lawless behavior that has occurred. To this end, the department will be proactively addressing individuals who are hanging out of their cars. We will be actively addressing that this year. The spinning of the tires and taking over these intersections or any of that negative behavior, we will be enhancing our enforcement in that area to start to bring this behavior under control. The department will be working with, as we did last year, with our community partners and ambassadors, and my command staff will tell you that was a very effective strategy for us, partnering up with the ambassadors, community ambassadors, to walk through the neighborhoods to help us facilitate any issues that were coming up. We found that was a very effective strategy, but it also demonstrated to community there was a community police process in play here, and it was just not just the police by themselves. The department will be working with those same ambassadors to address those historical intersections that have been problematic in the past. So we'll be taking a very aggressive approach in those areas that we know year after year have caused problems for us. We'll be doing that. Again, consistent with last year, the department will be having a number of senior command staff personnel on the area to monitor the behavior of both our police and as well as the participants. And the increased level of supervision, we ensure that we'll effectively address any issues that may come up. And finally, the department would like to really thank the support of our local media outlets. And through these partnerships, we expect to have a more robust effort around social media messaging and more strategic focus on getting the word out, and that negative behavior will not be accepted. One of the things we learned from last year, there was a lot of cars in that parade or the post-parade, that were from outside the city. Many of them, and we learned that from working with the ambassadors and working with the collaboration, that we have a large number of individuals who come into this area because they heard about it. And so they will see a very different tone this year as it relates to any of that behavior that we consider to be negative. We will be working to do warnings, in some cases, citing and violations. I will guarantee you that if you come through the thing with an ATV or a dirt bike, we will be taking them. Last year, we took over 100 ATVs. We'll be stepping up that enforcement. That activity is totally unacceptable and puts a number of these young people who are out and about in harm's way. So we feel we have an effective strategy. We continue to work in the collaboration. We want it to be a positive day, but more importantly, a safe day. So thank you.
Deputy, thank you. And I'm going to open for questions in a second. I do, again, also want to recognize Leslie Acosta, who is here with us. Thank you very, very much for your involvement and your leadership. With that, I'll be glad to try to answer any questions from the news media on today's announcement. Fantastic. All right, let's have a great parade and festival, and be safe, be proud. Thank you.